Okay, here in this video we're going to be talking about adjectives, and that's a good thing. You're here in the I-15 lesson. That's very good for you. Congratulations. Now we're going to be talking about adjectives, and this information is good for you. Well, you know, let's just review some basic things about the adjectives. Number one about adjectives is that adjectives are placed right before the noun or after the verb to be. You know that in Spanish we can place the adjectives in two different positions, before or after. We can say el hombre inteligente, or we can say el inteligente hombre, and that's not bad. Excelente estudiante, estudiante excelente. We can do that most of the time. In English, you can only place the adjective before the object. So you have to use it, and you have to say the intelligent man, right? Also, you have to say the man is intelligent, right? After the verb to be. Very simple thing. In the first one you're saying el hombre inteligente, and in the second one you're saying el hombre es inteligente. So those are two different things. Two different things. Now, rule number two is that adjectives are never plural. I know we make this mistake because in Spanish, when you have a plural sentence, everything is plural. Los hombres inteligentes. Everything is plural. In English, when we're trying to do that, we make this mistake saying the intelligent men. That's not good. You have to say the intelligent men, because adjectives are not plural in English, right? Got it? Very simple thing. Now, you can use nouns as adjectives, and which means that you can combine two nouns into something that is one adjective noun, right? If they give you a characteristic of another noun, right? In Spanish, you can recognize this structure because they use the word de, like un jardín de flores. Jardín de flores. In Spanish, you say a flower garden. Equipo de baloncesto, a basketball team. Un guardia de seguridad, a security guard. This is an easy way to identify when you do this, right? Cuaderno de notas, a notebook, right? That's what you do. So they can be adjectives, no problem with that. That's very simple too. Something that might be new for you is that verbs can be adjectives. So this is very cool, because if you have learned a lot of verbs, especially in the basic part of my course, you learned a lot of verbs. Now you can use them as adjectives too. Now I'm going to tell you how. You can use the past participle of the verb, which is the third column of the verb. You know, it's present, past, past participle. Past participle, you know, in Spanish is hado ido. Alright, here we have three examples. The surprised boy. El niño sorprendido. The interested girl. La niña interesada. The washed machine. La máquina lavada. Right? Hado ido. That's what you got there. And when you're talking about the surprised boy, you mean that the boy received a surprise. He was affected by the surprise. When you're talking about the interested girl, you're saying that the girl has an interest. So the interest is affecting the girl. And if you're talking about the washed machine, you say that the machine is receiving a wash, water and soap, because it was dirty and it needed a wash. So basically, when you're using the past participle, that characteristic affects directly to the subject. Look at this picture. This is going to help you very much to remember this. to find the translation, to understand this structure. Because now here comes present participles. Present participle form. The present participle form is another way to say ing. And here, look, we are using the verb surprise, interest, and the verb wash. Those are verbs, but we're using now the ing form as an adjective. We can say the surprising boy. Now, the surprising boy is different to the surprised boy. The surprised boy is el niño sorprendido, while the surprising boy is el niño sorprendente. Got it? Similar, not the same. Surprised boy, sorprendido. Surprising boy, sorprendente. Different things. Now, the interesting girl is la niña interesante, right? Now, the interested girl is interesada, but interesting is interesante, right? And what about the machine? Yeah, the washed machine, la máquina lavada. But here we have the washing machine. You have one in your home, la máquina lavadora. Right, you got it? So this is a different relationship, because the surprising boy is a boy that, I don't know, maybe he plays all the Beethoven sonatas and he plays wonderfully, so people receive surprise. And the interesting girl is that this girl affects other people. And the washing machine, this is a machine that washes other things. So here is the picture that is going to help you. This is when this object affects other objects. In the past participle, the object is affected by the characteristic, but in the present participle, the object uses the characteristic to affect others. So I hope this is a good way you can understand. It's good if you do some exercises with this, because now if you know these words, you can multiply your vocabulary, and you can understand many things that you haven't understood before. Now, how do you get the correct translation for the present participle? Well, there's a clue. You can use que or que sirve para. Those are two good clues to find the translation. For example, our reading material. Reading material. Okay, leer. Material. Leer. Material que sirve para leer. Okay. Oh, material de lectura. Right. You got it. You got it. Okay. Now, what about cleaning room? Cleaning room. Right? Or let's go with cleaning lady. The cleaning lady. Yeah, better. Well, una mujer que limpia. Oh, right. Right. It's a woman that helps us with cleaning the house. Right. I got it. Okay. Yeah. So you got that idea? Que or que sirve para. Right? Okay. So that's see what we got here. The adjective clauses. Wow, interesting thing. Adjective clauses. Adjective clauses. You can use adjective clauses when you want to express something, but you don't have one word, one adjective. You have many words. You have sentences, and this is an example of you can do it. You can say that the man that came this morning is your father. The man that came this morning is your father. Yeah, basically the verb is. That is the verb, is. The man is your father, but there is some characteristics, or there are some characteristics to this man, and that one is that he came this morning. So that came this morning is a characteristic for the man. Now, as you can see, you can find the subject, a little verb, and a little complement, a little predicate in this sentence, right? So it's like a sentence within the sentence, because this small sentence, the adjective clause, is explaining something about the subject, the man. Other examples: the woman who is crying was in an accident. Well, basically the woman was in an accident, but what woman? Well, the woman who is crying, right? That's the characteristic. I am using who to connect that little adjective clause. The tool which I most use is the drill, right? The tool which I most use is the drill. I'm going to give you a characteristic about that tool, and I'm using which to connect it. The man whose car was stolen called the police. Whose means cuyo. So, el hombre cuyo carro fue robado llamó a la policía. That's what we're saying. I'm using whose. So these are some connectors that you can use to use the adjective clauses. It's good. Another way you can use more words to give a description is the appositives. Appositives are little corrections you do in the sentence. For example, my sister has 3 children. Very simple sentence, but I would like to give you more information about my sister without interrupting the idea of the sentence. But I want to give you more information. So what I can do is I can open space between my sister and has 3 children. So in this space, I open the space with 2 commas, and right there in the middle I am going to place more information about my sister. I can do very simple things like just give you her name. My sister Maria has 3 children. Yeah, that way I'm just giving you more information about my sister. Very simple. Now I can make it more complex, like my sister, a brave woman with a wise heart, has 3 children. That's what I want to teach you about my sister. I want to talk about that, so no problem. I can use space to put information that I want, and basically I have no limit. I can do that. Those are appositives. These 2 ways are ways that you can use to add more information inside the sentence that describe the subjects. So I want to teach you about one structure that is similar to the adjective clause. It's the noun clauses. It's very similar. It's not the same, but it works the same. You can use the noun clauses to add more information. So noun clauses are similar to adjective clauses, but they don't describe nouns, they describe actions. So you can use them after a verb. They normally connect to the sentence with a question word, you know, the WH words, even though they're not questions. They are not being used for a question. Like, I know where he lives. Yo sé dónde vive. So there I am connecting I know with he lives. I'm using where. Or I don't know what he does. In this case, when you have what, and what is not a question, you should translate it as lo que. I don't know what he does is yo no sé lo que él hace. Right? That's the right way to translate it. And I can't tell you why he was angry. Yo no puedo decirte por qué estaba molesto. Yeah, you see, those are similar things you can do. Some things that you can do in the sentence. Okay, I just gave you a lot of information. I hope you can grasp it all. So now it's just good luck with your test. I hope you have understood everything very well and that you can use it. So I'll catch you later.